And now is a beautiful day that I am has made, and I will serve. Breaking negative pattern that has held you so long. Breaking negative pattern that has held you from launching into everlasting prosperity. Now, you must realize that we keep repeating these words of faith. We keep repeating these words of hope. We keep repeating these words, these positive words, regularly, re-echoing it to you so that it will form a strong base in your life, so that it can break every negative pattern that has held you down over the years. Now, what is negative pattern? And how can you as a believer, how can you as a man break through negative pattern? Now, negative patterns are those patterns that occurs in our life. Like for instance, you are trying to break some habits that you know are destructive to you as a person, but each time you try to break free from those habits, you keep going back to them. Or maybe you quit for some months or for some weeks, then in the third week or in the fourth week, you still find yourself doing those same things that you're planning to break. You still find yourself going back to that habit. Now, those kind of habits are called negative pattern. Now, is a pattern that your system in time has synchronized to you or person, that anytime you keep falling back to do those things you don't desire to do. Now, how can you break negative pattern? Now we know what negative patterns are. So how can you break free from those negative patterns? You can break free from negative pattern, one, by prayer. When you ask, you receive. When you knock, the door is open. When you seek, you find. So when you pray, you ask, I'm tired of this habit. I'm tired of finding myself doing this thing. I want to break free from this. Help me, give me strength to do this. Then he will hear you and answer you. Prayer is the best medicine. When you pray regularly, miracles happen. When you pray regularly, doors begin to open. Another way you can break negative pattern is by persistence. Now, all these I'm listed are important. You must put all this together to break this negative pattern. Now, the power of persistence. Now, I always give this illustration in my teaching or in my messages. Now, imagine a wrecking ball trying to break through a wall. At the first move of the wrecking ball, does not break the wall. Move the second time, does not break the wall. You swing the third time, does not break the wall. Now, the wrecking ball might swing like 4-5 times. It depends how strong the wall is before he break through, before the wrecking ball break through the wall. So that is what persistence do. When you keep being persistent, trying to break through barriers, trying to break through negative pattern, you keep trying. And prayers, when you fall back to the habit, you don't give up. You still keep making plans, keep setting goals, keep setting objectives that will help you just in line that you are still on the right track to break that habit. You keep trying, keep setting goals, keep setting objectives that will help you break that negative pattern. So you keep doing that, you keep doing that, you keep trying, you keep trying, you keep trying till you break through that negative pattern, or till that wall is broken. Now, failure is not the worst thing that can happen to a man, but not to have tried at all is the worst thing. So don't get discouraged when those negative patterns are not giving way or don't want to break. Just be patient and be persistent. Now, another way you can break through negative pattern is the power of patience. Yeah, they say the patient shall inherit the earth. When a man is patient, heaven, divinity helps in blessing and bringing goodies to you. So don't underestimate the power of patience. You must be patient in your pursuit to break the negative pattern. You must be patient in your pursuits to acquire wealth or financial freedom. You must be patient in whatever you do, because these are the things that you put together, that it becomes one, and you break through that negative pattern. Now, I take you to the story of Jacob. Jacob was seen as a betrayer. Jacob is seen as a fraudster. All these bad qualities were in Jacob, but still there was a light in him. Still, he was a servant of light. So he knows how to summon divinity. He has it in him because he's a servant of light. So when he has an encounter, he had that encounter with the angel, he was praying. When he had the encounter with an angel, when the angel descended, and it was difficult for the angel to bless him. Why was it difficult? Why did Jacob have to wrestle with the angel for his blessings to manifest? Because of his deed. Now, I believe the angel was like, now, Jacob, I know you. You stole your brother's birthright. I know you. You duped your master, Laban. I know you. You've done this, you've done that. Now, but you see, that was where the power of persistence I was talking about came into play in the life of Jacob. Despite his faults, despite all his failures, he was still very persistent, pushing. He told the angel, I will not let you go unless you bless me. The angel said, let me go, for the day breaketh. He said, no, I will not let you go unless you bless me. That he was persistent in pushing. He was persistent in invoking the blessings of I am. Finally, he won. He got his break. And the angel changed his name from Jacob to Israel, that a nation was born. So, whatever you are going through,